But recently there's been theories claiming that celebrities are secretly being cloned and replaced. And these theories have been around for a very long time, claiming multiple celebrities are secretly clones.
Okay. Listen, y'all need to sit down for this one because the tea I'm about to spill, it's scalding. We're talking about Gucci Mane. Yes, that Gucci Mane. And honey, the rumors, the conspiracies, the drama, it's been brewing for years, and people are finally waking up. Now, I know what you're thinking. Clone? Really? In 2025? But before you click away, before you roll your eyes, just hear me out, because what I'm about to tell you, it's going to have you questioning everything you thought you knew about the rap game, about the industry, and about who's really pulling the strings behind closed doors. So buckle up, hit that subscribe button, because trust me, you're gonna want to be here for part 2, and let's get into this mess. So here's where it all starts, right? People have been saying for years, and I mean years, boo, that Gucci Mane went into prison one person and came out a completely different person. And I'm not talking about a little glow up, okay? I'm not talking about he hit the gym and got some new clothes. I'm talking his face looked different, his energy was different, his whole vibe changed. And now people are pointing fingers at his wife, Keisha. Yeah, Keisha Kaware, the same woman who everybody thought was just his ride or die, his queen, his support system. But the streets are saying something else entirely. They're saying she might actually be his, wait for it, his handler. Like, as in, she's working for somebody bigger, somebody more powerful, somebody who wants to keep Gucci under control. And here's the kicker. People who've been trying to expose this, they're saying they've been warned. Warned by who, you ask? The higher-ups, the people at the top, the ones who don't want you to know the truth. So if this video mysteriously disappears, well, now you know why. But see, this isn't new tea, y'all. This has been simmering for a minute. Conspiracy theorists, and honestly, can we even call them that anymore, have been saying Keisha's role in Gucci's life is suspicious, like too perfect, too controlling, too orchestrated. And guess who tried to tell us? Nicki Minaj. Yes, Nicki, and Gucci's ex-girlfriend spoke on it too. But what happened? They got ridiculed, they got dragged, they got called crazy, bitter, jealous. All the things the industry loves to call women when they speak truth. But now that more and more people are connecting the dots, everyone's going back to Nicki's old statements, going back to the tweets, the interviews, the subliminals, and guess what they're realizing? She was right. Nicki Minaj was trying to warn us, and we didn't listen, but we're listening now. Let's rewind to 2013, okay? Because this is where things get absolutely wild. Gucci went on a full-blown Twitter rant. I'm talking caps lock, no filter, scorched earth energy. He was out here claiming he had affairs with Nicki Minaj and Blac Chyna, like just throwing names out there with no regard for anybody's feelings, reputations, nothing. But he didn't stop there, honey. He accused Waka Flocka, his own artist, his brother, of betraying him. He said Yo Gotti was a mole. A mole. Like this man was out here moving like he was in a spy movie or something. And everybody was like, what is going on with Gucci? And the answer they gave us? Substance abuse. They said he was high, he was out of control, he was spiraling. And okay, maybe he was, but was that all it was? Or was he trying to tell us something? Just a thought. Because literally right after that Twitter meltdown, Gucci got arrested, like almost immediately. He was picked up for disorderly conduct after threatening people in traffic. And when they arrested him, he resisted. They found a firearm on him, drugs, like the whole nine. But this wasn't his first rodeo, okay? There was a prior arrest where he attacked a man with a champagne bottle in a club, a champagne bottle. So yeah, people were saying he was out of control, that he needed help, that he was spiraling. And honestly, they weren't wrong, but the timing of it all, that's what gets me. The timing is very interesting. So Gucci got sentenced to 3 years in prison. He ended up serving 2 because of good behavior. And during that time, he finally admitted publicly on Twitter that he had an addiction to lean. He took accountability. He posted this heartfelt apology talking about how he needed rehab, how he was sorry for his behavior, how he was ready to change. And listen, that's beautiful, right? That's growth. That's maturity. That's a man taking responsibility for his actions. But here's where the story takes a left turn. Because when Gucci got out of prison, baby, he looked different. I'm talking fit, healthy, glowing. His body was toned, his face was slimmer, his whole aura was just polished. And fans were shook. They were like, wait, is this the same person? And I'm not talking about regular prison glow up, okay? I'm talking people were convinced that this was a clone, that the real Gucci Mane died in prison and the government, the industry, somebody replaced replaced him with a lookalike. And where did these rumors start? Allegedly from his former cellmates, the people who were with him, the people who saw him every day. They're the ones who reportedly started saying, that ain't the same dude. Now you tell me, how does that not raise some red flags? And then things got even crazier when Hopsin, yes, the rapper Hopsin, posted on Instagram basically admitting he was Gucci's clone. He said secret agents threatened his family if he didn't participate in the cover-up. His family, y'all. Now, fans were divided. Some people said he was trolling, just playing around, trying to get attention. But other people, they were like, nah, this man is trying to expose the truth and make it look like a joke so they don't come for him. Either way, it added fuel to the fire, and people started paying even closer attention. And then Mac Brazy, Gucci's ex-girlfriend, went live on Instagram and dropped a whole bomb.
Cause girl, you don't even know the real Gucci. Y'all think y'all know the real Gucci. Y'all don't know the real Gucci. That was parading around out here, that ain't the real Gucci, man. That's not him. I don't know what the fuck, honestly. Like, last time I seen Gucci was at Patchwork Studio in 2010. Cold Blooded was there. Was Mojo there? Yeah, I think Mojo, Cold Blooded. Like, that's the last time I saw Gucci in the flesh, but even that was...
Yeah, free Gucci. You thinking what I'm thinking? Man, something ain't right. Gucci, is you in there? It's so blank twice. Wait.
She said Gucci was unalived in prison, unalived and replaced with a clone. She said the post-prison Gucci didn't look like the same person she knew, didn't act like the same person. And get this, she said she tried to talk to Keisha about it, tried to ask questions, and Keisha brushed her off, just dismissed her like it was nothing. So what did Mac do? She released a diss track, a whole diss track coming at Keisha, accusing her of hiding the truth, accusing her of being Gucci's handler, accusing her of knowing what really happened and keeping quiet about it.
I've been personally playing for about 8 years now. It started around when around Illmind 5 when that came out, because the song was so big, and then they told me I had to like kind of sacrifice something. They said you're gonna have to pay it back because you just put this information out there, and this is gonna put people in the wrong mindset of what we're trying to do in society. So they told me that if I don't do these list of things, then they're going to hurt my family or hurt, people that I really care about. And they told me to go to this office. It was on Wilshire Boulevard in Los Angeles. And then when I went in, I asked them over the phone, what are they gonna have me do? They said they couldn't tell me. And then when I went into the office, they sat me down and it was like an all white room, and they opened one of the doors and it had a Gucci suit. A Gucci bodysuit. And I said, oh no.
Now, the streets are messy, but when an ex-girlfriend comes out swinging like that, you gotta wonder what she knows. Of course, Gucci responded to all this, right? He couldn't just let it sit there. He said, and I quote, that he simply grew and matured, that he changed his lifestyle, his mindset, his environment. He said the new Gucci is just a result of personal growth, not cloning, not replacement, just evolution. And you know what? That sounds reasonable. That sounds like what someone who turned their life around would say. But is it the truth? Or is it the story he's been told to tell? Because honey, in this industry, you never really know. Now let's talk about Nicki, because Nicki Minaj did not hold back. After Keisha mentioned her on The Breakfast Club, which, side note, why was she even bringing up Nicki? Nicki went off on Twitter, and I mean off. She accused Keisha of being Gucci's paid handler, said she's keeping him sedated, like drugged up so he stays compliant, so he doesn't speak out of turn, so he doesn't cause problems. And she didn't stop there. She also came for Charlemagne, accusing him of working with powerful figures to silence people who know too much. Nicki's tweets were loaded with implications. Like, she knows something. She knows something deeper about how this industry works, and she's been trying to tell us. But again, people wrote her off, called her crazy, said she was just stirring drama. But after everything that's come out, people are starting to think maybe Nicki's been right all along. So naturally, the internet did what the internet does. They started digging, Fans went back through old interviews, old videos, old pictures, and they started pointing out things, like how the new Gucci supposedly avoids his old friends and family, like how Keisha seems to control what he says in interviews, jumping in, cutting him off, redirecting the conversation. And then there's this really dark rumor that a former cellmate, one of the ones who allegedly spoke about Gucci's death in prison, also died under mysterious circumstances. Now, I can't confirm that, but if it's true, that's terrifying. That's straight out of a movie. That's the kind of thing that makes you wonder just how deep this goes. So here we are, y'all, at the end of this rabbit hole, and the question still remains. Was Gucci Mane cloned, or did he simply change? Is Keisha really his handler like Nicki claims, or is she just a supportive wife who's been unfairly dragged into conspiracy theories? The truth is, we may never know for sure, but what we do know is that the industry is shady, that powerful people will go to great lengths to protect their secrets, and that sometimes the people trying to warn us get silenced, ridiculed, or worse. So what do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Are you team clone, team growth, team something's not right but I don't know what? Let me know. And don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because trust me, this story is far from over. There's more tea to spill, more layers to uncover, and I'll be here to bring it all to you. Until next time, stay woke, stay safe, and remember, the truth is always stranger than fiction. Peace out, fam. Catch you in the next one.